Yo, what's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Sports Critics. I am Antoine. So I just want to talk about the aftermath of the Andy Ruiz Anthony Joshua fight. It was a big upset. The fight happened. It's been a week since then, and you heard from both camps. But before I get into all that, I got an intro. All right, I'm back. So, the fight was a week ago. It was a big upset, huge upset. I picked Anthony Joshua to win. Most people did. It was 25-1 odds. I mean, never knew. Before this fight, I have not seen Andy Ruiz fight. Actually, I went back and watched him fight after the fight was announced. But before that, I didn't never see none of his fights. Watching his fights, I realized that yeah, he is pretty good. He's not. He just because he's on the pudgy side. Don't underestimate that. And I don't underestimate fat fighters because it's a lot of fat dudes that got hands, and they real agile, and that's kind of their advantage because when you look at them, you don't think they got all that, and you don't be looking for that, and then when they hit you with they hit you with those hard shots and they move around, they be nimble on their feet. You be like, what the hell? They catch you off guard. Warren Sapp comes to mind as a fat dude that was just as fast and nimble as a running back. Warren Sapp probably could have played running back if he wanted to. But yeah, so both camps had came out after the fight and talked a little bit. So I was more interested in hearing, of course, what Joshua camp had to say. Eddie Hearn did a little interview, and I'm gonna play a little bit of that interview, not too much because they probably try to take me down. But yeah, there go Eddie Hearn right there. Now Eddie Hearn is an Englishman, of course. He seems to be one of them type of dudes, and I mean, look at him. He's a corporate CEO or COO of a huge multi-million-dollar company, promotional company, Matchroom, and he fits that role like 100%. Look at him. He just look like them sleazy dudes. But I mean, so when he talk, you got to take it with a grain of salt. A lot of stuff he say is probably not true, but he know how to say it so convincingly and look you right in your eye. His body language show he's telling the truth, but you know these dudes, they so used to lying that it's just like, they don't have no telltale body language, no telltale signs with their body language. So he was talking about what happened. Now, it's been rumors. That's why I'm kind of doing this video. It's been rumors going around saying Anthony Joshua had a concussion before he came to this fight. That is why he was so disoriented. That is why he, once he caught one, just couldn't stay on his feet. Stuff like that. I was kind of feeling that way myself. I was feeling like something was wrong with him before this fight. Now, I don't want to take nothing away from Andy Ruiz because he took advantage of that. But it just felt like something was wrong. So they said he had, got knocked out in sparring and he got a concussion 8 days ago, and he still was, trying to shake it off like, I'm cool. And I was hearing that he had a panic attack. Now, I don't believe that one. It just, his personality, man, I just can't see him panicking on something like that. I don't know, maybe, but I just can't see it. But Eddie Hearn pretty much just came out and said, look, he just got caught. He got caught and he didn't recover. Now, you want to just say that and not make an excuse because of excuses. Nobody want to hear that shit. But it makes Anthony Joshua look bad that he don't have an excuse because that means like you get a concussion from one shot from a heavyweight that's not known for like his devastating power. That's not good. That's saying that you cannot take a punch. And that's not good at all because it's a lot of people stronger than him. And all they got to do is catch him one time. So that's what people going to be their game plan. They going to be looking to catches as slipping instead of like, okay, instead of working him down, just catch him because he can't take a punch. You know? It just don't look good, man. It's not a good look. But, you know, I guess right now he's doing damage control. So they had his dad was trying to get Anthony Joshua, I think his name was Robert Joshua, was trying to get Eddie Hearn in the ring. And a lot of people was thinking because he didn't want Joshua to fight because he had that concussion. And Eddie Hearn made him do it anyway. Now, that kind of makes sense. And then Eddie Hearn's explanation was his father was mad that that referee stopped the fight too early and Joshua said he could continue. And I'm looking like, yeah, but why would he be trying to get at you? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why it don't make sense with his explanation is if I'm mad about the fight, why am I trying to whoop the promoter ass? He didn't stop the fight. The referee stopped the fight. You know what I'm saying? He don't control the referee. But I don't know. The stoppage, I want to say it was a good stoppage, but it's just the fact that I don't know. It felt like something was wrong with Anthony Joshua, but he wasn't like he couldn't stand up. But I guess it was a good stoppage because I feel like, yeah, if you that messed up, you that disoriented, that you're gonna get hurt worse. You're gonna get hurt worse if you go back out there. And Anthony Ruiz had all the adrenaline. He was ready, you know. So you're gonna get hurt worse when you go back out there. It was just so much on the line. But I feel like Eddie Hearn is lying like he always do. But I feel like some of it's true and some of it ain't. I just feel like it's damage control. So he's gonna have a rematch. There was a rematch clause in there. 30 days. He had 30 days to come up with this rematch, or he was gonna be or Anthony Reis get to do what he want to do. So they had to exercise this rematch sooner rather than later. I understand it. Plus, I had to, if I was Anthony Joshua, I mean, if I wouldn't, I would have to rematch the dude. I mean, that's your legacy. If you care about your legacy and if it ain't about the money, if you want to be the best boxer ever, you cannot sit on this loss because this loss was a bad loss. Be different if he just got lost it by a decision. You know, he got caught, went down, got up, finished the fight, and lost by decision. No, he got caught, and he never recovered, even in between rounds. So some people, they don't recover until they get a chance to sit down and get their faculties back, and then they be fine. But he sat down for how many rounds? That was the third round he got caught, and you got fourth, fifth, sixth. So 3 rounds where he got a chance to sit down and try to get his legs back. He couldn't. That's to me saying that's a problem right there, man. That to me saying you can't recover, dude. I don't know what's wrong with his recovery, but that ain't good, man. Moving forward, I don't know. I feel worried about anybody else he fight after this. And Klitschko had the same issues, man, where he fought Layman Brewster. I ain't gonna never forget that dude's name. He got the lamest name. His name is Layman Brewster. And he got dropped by Layman Brewster. Same way, too. Like, more like he was, like, exhausted. He couldn't stand up. So that when the fighter put pressure on him, he just fall out. Kind of the same way. But I think Joshua gonna bounce back. I'm picking Joshua for the rematch. If he lose the rematch, then I'm done. I'm not picking Joshua no more. I'm done with him. It's probably gonna be sometime in November. So we'll see sometime in November. They're gonna have a rematch. I am definitely watching that one. Can't wait to actually see it. And yeah. What else is to talk about? And Eddie Hearn is making sure he do this damage control. And I'm looking like when he did this interview, he gave out a little too much information because he said Joshua didn't have no memory of the third round. no memory at all. I'm looking like, wow, he really was concussed, and he could never recover. But I'm looking like, if you got a concussion from Andy Ruiz, what's gonna happen when Deontay Wilder get his hands on you? I don't even want to see that now. You know what I'm saying? That dude, they're gonna have to carry him out on a stretcher. and Wilder keep talking about he want a body. That ain't good, man. I wouldn't feel comfortable with him getting in the ring with Wilder. First I was, but now I'm like, nah, I don't see it. So the rematch is on. It's like gonna be sometime in November or some around that time, and yeah, I can't wait to see that. And we'll see what's gonna happen with Wilder. Wilder fighting Ortiz again, which that was a great fight. That was like one of the best fights of the year. But I'm looking like, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see a rematch because you know why? Ortiz ain't proved nothing since that loss. That's the problem. If you lose the fight, you have to prove something before we get that rematch if you're not the champion. If you're the champion, yeah, you get an immediate rematch. But if you lost, if you're the challenger and you lost, you need to prove something before I want to see that rematch. Like, why we want to see this rematch? You lost. You was the challenger and you lost. You don't get the rematch until you beat one of the other top guys, and then we want to see that fight. See, and that's why I don't like how they doing this, because it's just a PBC is trying to keep all the fights in house, and it's pissing me off because all other good fighters are not just with the same company. So now we can't see it. So if about to call him Tito Ortiz, if Luis Ortiz beat one of the other top guys like Tyson Fury, Joshua, even somebody like Dillian White, you know, somebody like that, one of the top 5, then I'll be like, okay, I want to see this rematch. I can't wait to see this rematch. But he ain't beat none of them, and he beat nobody, and that took a while. You know, I'm noticing Ortiz is getting slower and slower. He's getting older, and he's about 40, and I'm looking like, okay, he's getting older. You're gonna have to, I just see him getting not better. I'm seeing him getting worse. And it's not because I feel it's just age catching up to him. Period. It's age catching up to him, and I'm not waiting to see that fight. But we'll see what's gonna happen in the future, man. I'm gonna have some more discussion on this. So moving forward, I'm gonna go ahead and try to post more often on what's going on with these videos. But as of right now, that's pretty much what's going on with that situation, and I'll have some more on that going down the line. All right, thanks for checking out the video, and subscribe to the channel, and go ahead and give me some thumbs up. All right, y'all, I'm out of here.